Hi, last time we worked on our cutting skills and our safe use and handling of scissors. Today we're going to use those scraps that we cut of the strips of paper and use them to build a collage. A collage is when an artist makes the picture by gluing papers or objects down and arranging them to build a work of art or a picture that way. So what I have done and you're going to do today, I've kept, remember we said we were going to keep our papers. It's okay if they're in pieces, because if you're practicing, that's sometimes that happens where you end up with lots of little pieces, and that's okay. You can still do the same thing today that we're going to do. You can use them for your collage. So I have my strips of paper from cutting, and I painted them in. So you can color them in, paint them in, however you want to do that. But you can color them lots of different colors, and then you're going to be able to use those to build a collage. So I have all of these, and we're going to be working on our gluing skills today to make sure that we're gluing things down properly so that it's not messy, so that we keep our glue safe, and so that our work sticks to our project. Okay, so I have all my pieces of paper. I've already painted mine in. You'll do that first, and then I have a second piece of paper to build my collage on. So my first thing I'm going to do is decide how I want to arrange my papers to build a picture. So when I saw mine, I thought of a landscape. So I was thinking that maybe I would have faraway mountains in the background, and I'm going to overlap it, and then I'll have some water in the middle, like a river running through. I might flip that over like that. And then down here, have some grass growing in the front on top of the river. So that's how I'm going to build my collage. So once you have your picture made and designed and arranged, then it's time to glue. So we're going to go over two ways of gluing, because there's two types of glue you might have at home. The first is a glue stick. Glue sticks, the proper way to do this is make sure that the cap is always returned on tightly so it doesn't dry out. Notice how my glue is twisted down. So you want to twist it up just a little bit. If you twist it up too high, it's going to break off and waste all of the glue, and it'll make a lumpy, sticky mess. So it's good to have a piece of scrap paper underneath it when you're gluing like this, so that you don't get sticky, icky glue all over the table that you're working on. So I'm going to glue, and you want to glue all along the edges to get. So I'm tracing along all my edges to really make sure I get enough glue. When you use a glue stick, you have to go a little bit fast because it dries quickly, unlike liquid glue. Liquid glue sticks better, in my opinion. That's my glue of choice, but I understand that a lot of us like glue sticks because they're less messy, but I'm going to teach you today how to not be so messy. So now I'm taking my project, and I'm going to smooth it over, and I'm going to spread my hands over it, smooth it, rub it, and count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now it's stuck and it's all flattened down. Okay. Next, I want to glue down my green grass. So now I'm going to show you how to use liquid glue. Liquid glue, there's two things you can say to remember how to use liquid glue the right way. You do not need a lot. It's very powerful. It sticks once it's dry. So some things I tell my students and we say, so I want you to practice this too. Since you are my student, I just can't hear you say it. Maybe you'll submit it in your video to me. You go just a dot, not a lot. So what you want to do is put just a dot on any of the corners or edges that you are gluing down. Just a dot, not a lot. Or you could say raindrops, not puddles. You do not need to squeeze out a big puddle of glue. Just a dot on each corner is enough. Now, this is where I'm going to need your help. And I know in pre-K we practice counting to 20. So if you can't count to 20 yet, that's okay. You can count to 10 2 times, but try with me. What we want to do to make sure that this glue sticks and doesn't fall off is make sure we hold it down. So you press down and we hold down the glue where we glued, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And when after I did that, I might have a little bit of glue on my hands. That's okay. It will wash off. That's called artist hands. But now it's stuck on. It will stay. So I'm not going to have you sit here and watch me build my whole collage picture, but I want to give you time to build yours. But the last thing you're going to practice today is properly putting away whatever kind of glue you use. So right now, I had to twist this up to use it, and we want to make sure that it doesn't clog up and dry out, so you have to twist it back down. Then it will be good for next time. If you used a glue stick, it's really important to twist it so that it goes just like a turtle putting its head back in a shell. You put it down so that it's below the rim, and then tightly put on back on the top. If you don't put it on tight, it could dry out and not be good for next time. If you don't twist it down, it can smush down, and then all your glue will be yucky and messed up. Okay, so just to review, we are going to color in our pieces of paper we practiced cutting, and then after that we're going to build a collage with it. So you arrange the pieces to make your picture, and then you glue them down. When you use a glue stick, it's really important not to twist it up too high, to glue around the edges, and to hold it down and rub it down on the paper so it sticks. When you're using liquid glue, it's important to use just a dot, not a lot, and when after you glue the corners and the edges, you hold it down and count to about 20 so that you know it's going to stay in place. When you're putting away your glue, make sure you tightly put on the caps or twist down the glue stick and put on your cap. Enjoy creating your collage today.